The following holiday special is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good evening, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. We welcome you to the program. It's Boxing Day. I'm not sure what Boxing Day is. It's a Commonwealth thing. It's celebrated in Canada and the UK and Australia. Well, now it's actually tomorrow morning. It's the 27th in the Europe or UK, and it's well into the 27th in Australia. But here, it's still Boxing Day, and so it's the one night a year that we really do try to have a fight. And no, my wife isn't here, haha. But tonight, we go into the what if category and hope to bring you a very good heavyweight bout between Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis. I'm not much in the what-if game, and of course, I'm not a Red Sox fan when it comes to boxing. But I do like an occasional fight, and I think that Ali and Louis certainly qualifies as that. 15 rounds, not a title there's no bias between the judges, but just in case Muhammad Ali didn't need any extra help, we're fighting at Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, for this. So it's Ali and Louis next on Retro Sports Network. And as we go to the ring, you can see that Muhammad Ali appears to be in great condition. He looks like he's come to fight. Ali, a boxer, has a control factor of 13 as a boxer and a control factor of 12 as a slugger. Joe Louis enters the ring in perfect shape. He appears to be finely tuned for this fight. Louis can fight as also a boxer or a slugger. He has a control factor of 12 versus a boxer and a control factor of 13 against a slugger. And so Ali will come in as a 12 and Louis as a 12. Let's take a look at the teams that are with these two gentlemen as we continue. Well, it's not Angie Dundee with Ali tonight. It's Thel Torrance as the trainer. Johnny Toko is the cut man. For Joe Louis, Manny Seaman is the trainer, and Danny Florio is the cut man. And as we said, we are at Joe Louis Arena for this one in Detroit. The announcer, of course, is Al Red Sox fan. The ring card girl is Shauna Marie, and Shauna looks very lovely this morning or this evening, sporting a lavender bikini. Gustavo Padilla is your referee. The first judge tonight is Octavio Rodriguez. The second one is Rick Saul. And the third one is Joe Dubenbarger. Padilla, by the way, is the referee. And the ringside expert, well, it's none other than the creator of the game, Jim Trunzo. And so, with that, it's Louis against Ali from Joe Louis Arena. And if you're ready, we are. Let's bang and go on and get it on. 15 rounds. Padilla gives the fighters their final instructions. They touch gloves. And here comes the bell. Ali is Louis pinned to start the fight. That jab from Ali stopped Louis in his tracks. 3 points. Good start for Ali. Let's see what happens. Louis in the upper left corner. Ali with a nasty combination, and Louis is hurt early. 7 points. Louis is hurt, and that last flurry stopped him cold. We go under 2:20 to go. Louis uses subtle movement and tries to protect as Ali tries to get it. Now Louis with a devastating cross, a 5-point punch. Ali trying to feel the ropes after that. 2 to go in the first round. And now Ali gets off a jab to the solar plexus. We go under 2. Both move to ring center. Ali lands a jab. He tries to do it for both offense and defense. This round is all Ali except for that one punch. Last half of the first round. Boring, boring. They now hug and clinch like they're dating on the Muppet Show. Last minute of the first round. Ali works his way free. Tries to step back, gets in close, and he comes up with an uppercut to the chin of Louis. Now we're under a minute, 45 seconds to go. Ali getting some positive vibes, moves into a neutral corner. Last half minute here in the first. They clinch again. Padilla separates the two. Ali leans in but can't work anything. Again, they clinch. Ali lands a jab, and that's the first round. So Ali scores big, 16-4. And we give the opening stanza to Muhammad Ali for that one. And if you're looking at the punch numbers, Joe Louis landed only 6, and Ali landed 41, including 14 combos and 13 jabs. No knockdowns, of course, no fouls and all that. So we get ready for the second round. Both fighters look ready. Louis tries to punch. He whiffed on the punch. And he got a pep talk from Danny Florio before he left the corner. But nothing's happened so far. Now Louis just gets a terrifying shot to the body from Ali. Louis was hurt. Now 2 minutes to go. Ali isn't moving his feet, but his upper body back and forth is giving Louis fits. Ali and Louis trapped in the near right corner. Each fighter is measuring each other. Now Ali lands a 2-point punch to the head of Joe Louis. 1:48 to go. Ali is really focused. Can he do anything with it? Now Joe really packs a wallop, and he just landed a brutal shot to the body of Ali. 2 of those shots really hurt. 13-6, the punches in favor of Ali. Second half of the second round. Louis traps Ali's gloves. Padilla will break him up. The first clinch of the round. Padilla yelling at Louis to break. Now Ali hooks off a jab and scores to the body of Joe Louis. Last minute of the second round. They're kind of hugging around. Fighters have worked their way to the center of the ring. Louis is told to keep his punches up by Padilla. That's a warning. Louis said, "I did." Ali's going, "No." He tried to rabbit punch me. 41 seconds to go in the round. Louis has Ali cornered. Can he do anything? In the last 30 seconds, he misses badly with a hook. Under 30 to go. Joe Louis, however, takes a cross to the head from Ali. Last seconds of the second round. Ali likes to use the hook, and Louis is going to try to beat him. Back at center, and nothing doing. Ali trying to hook to the body and can't connect. So the round goes to Ali 12-6, and by our count, the first 2 rounds go to Ali in a 10-9 basis. A little more punching for Muhammad this round, 32. So he's landed 73 in the first 6 minutes. And Joe Louis threw 12, including 6 jabs. And we now think, Jim Trunzo and I think it's 2018 for Ali. I talked with noted boxing gamer Al, Red Sox fan, today, and asked what he thought about the fight. If I had video, I'd play it. And Al, who is as good of a boxing historian as anyone, thinks that the game kind of skews towards Ali. That Ali is the favorite. This could either go to a judge's decision or cuts late in the round. Let's go to the third. And a solid right hand scores for Ali. Louis has been on the defensive most of the fight, at least early on. Ali retreats in the corner. 30 seconds gone. Now Louis lands a hook to the side of the head. Muhammad Ali holds his arms up as Louis clinches and holds again. We're quickly turning into a middle school dance, and that's not what either one of these fighters want. Padilla moves in to break the clinch. 1 gone here in the third. Louis offering minimal head movement as he tries to charge at Ali. Ali misses with the cross. And that uppercut with Louis finally lands with some authority. Joe might actually get around here. Ali stumbles backward. 1:35 to go. Ali to the center of the ring. He's taunting Louis. How you doing now, Red Sox fan? He's taunting Louis. Louis just kind of waits for Ali to tire himself out. Now Joe lands several punches in a row to the head, but nothing much had steam on it, but still scores 2 points. Last minute, Ali, a flurry of light blows from Ali scores to the body. Muhammad has landed 13 punches. Lewis 21. It's Lewis's best round here in the third. Under a minute to go. Both fighters are swinging, but Ali got the better of that exchange. 30 to go. Ali's corner screaming to finish the round strong. Last 30 seconds. Lewis with a devastating hook to the head of Ali. Ali felt that one. 9 to go. Ali counters with a cross. Lewis didn't see that one coming. And as they go into a neutral corner, that's the bell. And so 34 to 25, the punches in favor of Lewis. That was Joe's best round. And so I have a feeling that this will be, in my book, in Jim Trunzo's book, it'll be 2 rounds to 1 in favor of Ali. And that round personified the word brawl as both fighters really went at it for the 3 minutes. You can make a case for 10-10 there, but Jim and I both think it went to Lewis, and so it's now 29-28 in favor of Ali. And so here we go. We start the 4th round. The seconds leave Joe Lewis's corner as the bell sounds for round 4. Dave Little, who did some History Maker baseball earlier today on his channel on YouTube, is one of the luminaries ringside at the Joe Louis Arena, sitting next to Al, Red Sox fan. And as we start the 4th, whatever Torrance told Ali between rounds had some effect as Muhammad has some spring in his step here. Lewis, however, really dug that one in the ribs, and Ali didn't like that a bit. Both fighters are clean as a whistle. They both use some Irish spring. Ali has Lewis blocked in. Can Muhammad land something? He tries a straight right, but Lewis blocked it like a hockey goalie. Now Joe throws a quick compact uppercut that bounces some sweat off the head of Ali. 30 seconds to go gone in the round. Now Lewis puts a cross behind there, and Ali is there. Appa Chatter, how are you? And DJ John, hope you had a good Christmas. Glad to have you along live. Lewis threw that one and had some power behind it. Ali in the ropes. He's trying to hang on. This is definitely Lewis's best round so far. Ali gets hung up by Lewis. Muhammad breaks free. Padilla has to separate them. Coast is the most. How you doing, Festus Gerber? And now Ali gets 2 short rights in the left, hooked into the body. But this has been all Joe right now. 1:24 to go in the 4th. Lewis is clinching Ali, and it looks like they're trying out for Dancing with the Stars. The only thing missing is Tom Bergeron to tell you where to call the vote. Padilla has to break him away again. 1 minute to go in the round. Now Padilla warns Ali for holding and hitting, although it's a lot more clinching than it is hitting. Last minute of the 4th. The referee breaks it up. Padilla's been quite busy in this fight. 40 seconds to go. Oh, what a shot! And Lewis just nailed Ali in the head. A powerful cross. 40 seconds to go. This has been all Lewis in the 4th, but Lewis is now pinned in his own corner, and now Ali tied him up. 26-6, the punches in favor of Lewis here in the 4th. Last seconds, 10 to go. Another clinch. And now, here comes the end of the round. Ali moves around, but can't, and tries to give Lewis a hard target. But this one has been all Lewis. 26-6 here in the 4th. And on the scoreboard, it goes down 15-2. And if Jim Trunzo and my card have anything to say about it, this fight is 6-2 and even. After 4, we have it 38-38. Ali and Lewis right here from Joe Louis Arena in downtown Detroit. This is Boxing Day special, or a Boxing Day special from Retro Sports Network. Let's look at the condition of the fighters. Not a mark on them, no swelling. And so they've had 4 clean rounds. Technically, Lewis has been called with 1 foul for wrapped for punching below the belt. And we'll let you watch the traits in this round. Both fighters have very good endurance. Lewis's defense is down a bit. Ali's is better. But Ali's chin is better protected than Lewis, but no one's really hurting. Listening on the iPad, watching on the Fire Stick. Thanks for coming along. Round 5. Scheduled for 15. Lewis rushes out, so his corner went right there. And as you can see, the ring girl, well proportioned. So now they pin again and move apart. Lewis had a very busy third and fourth round, and nothing here at the first 30 seconds of the fifth. Now Ali smothers Lewis's attack as Lewis tries to find inside. Good defense by Ali. They jockey for position. No one's landed a point here so far in the fifth. Ali has Lewis trapped. Ali tried to connect but couldn't do it. He pushed it out there and set a punch. First minute gone, and we sell it 0-0. Padilla has to pull the fighters away as Ali and Lewis clinch again. Not an exciting round. Lewis pushes Ali away. Halfway home in the fifth, and Lewis finally lands an uppercut. A 4-point punch. 1:27 to go. 1:13 to go, and Ali is tying up Lewis again. You'd think these two lovers hadn't seen each other in years. 1 to go. Padilla separates him again. 49 seconds to go. Lots of clinching and not a lot of punching. 39 seconds, and they're broken up by Padilla again. Crowd's not liking this one at all. Now Lewis with a solid combination in the belly. Last seconds of the fifth round, they both head to the ring center. Ali just missing by a hair now. 8 seconds to go. Lewis lands a combination. Surprisingly, this is going to be a strong round for Joe. And as the bell rings, he tried to score with an uppercut, and Ali blocked it. So 5 rounds in the books. We'll give this an 8-1 in favor of Lewis. And now we have it 48-47 in favor of Joe. How long have I had this game? I've had it for a good couple years. I did a couple fights last year. But Al is so much better at fights than I am that I just don't do a lot of them. Festus Gerber is talking to me, myself, and I, or he, himself, and him. So Al does most of the fights, but I've had this game for a while and do like it. It's one of those games, you know, if you set up the universe, you can kind of be an endless thing. But I really wish they'd... I know that there's a new Title Bout 2 is out, but I really wish this would be... they would finish this version. I like it a lot. All right, so we go to the 6th. We're scheduled for 15. Punches so far 100. Ali did not land a punch in the 5th round. And Lewis landed 19. So here's the 6th. Both fighters come out excited. Lewis got some great advice from Florio. Let's see if he can put it there. Yep, 7 viewers. Right now, Joe Lewis slides into the corner. Ali finally scores with a razor sharp combo from the outside. Both fighters look like this one just started. We're about a third of the way through. Here's a hard shot off the top of Lewis's head. Lewis trying to regroup after that. Ali is stinging like a bee right now. Now Lewis lands a vicious hook. Ali didn't like that. Twitch doesn't work on the Roku. Okay, good to know. Actually, I think you gotta download the app for that. Lewis tries to double up on the jab, but neither hit the mark. Now, Ali landed a straight right through the gloves. And Lewis, for the first time, isn't quite sure where he is. Under 2 to go, Ali goes to the head and then to the body. But neither had much on there. Lewis trapped in a corner. Ali dives home a wicked hook to the ribs. This round is all Ali. Halfway home here in the 6th. Ali lets his hands go, but his punches land in the arms of Lewis. 33 punches for Ali in the round. Ali's got an army of supporters despite the fact we're here in Detroit. Right now, this fight's going to be even after the 6th round. Ali trapped in the corner by Lewis, and Joe lands a wicked cross. Ali is shaken. A minute to go here in the 6th. Now, oh, what a cross by Ali. We felt the spray here at ringside, and Lewis is reaching for the ropes. His legs have turned to jelly. There's a huge crowd as the Rat Cast comes in. Ali in a neutral corner. 35 seconds to go. Ali tries a jab, but Lewis Lewis got in a cross. 35 seconds to go. The crowd is loving this. 59 punches landing in this round. Ali picked off a jab by Lewis. Last seconds of the 6th, Lewis rips a hard jab in the midsection of Ali. This will be Muhammad's round. Lewis grabbed Ali again, and that will be the round. 39 for Ali, 27 for Lewis. But the round, we think, will go to Ali. Yep, it should. And now we have the fight. 3 rounds apiece, 57-57. Who's winning? You are for watching this. What a fight so far. No knockdowns. Ali won the first 2. And then Lewis with the next 3. And then Ali with a huge 6th round. Wins it 10-9. Nobody's touched the canvas yet. Buckeye Todd 63 is here. Fashionably late with a blonde on one arm and a redhead on the other. Why your cats are with you, I don't know. So we take 60 seconds to give you a chance here. 143 punches for Ali to 124 for Lewis. Lewis has 1 foul, no knockdowns, and no cuts, no bruises. It's been a dandy. 7th round as Ali comes off his stool waiting for the bell. And Ali starts with a hard hook to the head of Lewis. Lewis didn't like that. Both of these guys just looked like they just came out of the locker room. 30 seconds gone here in the 7th round. And Lewis with a devastating 3-punch combo. Ali wasn't sure about that. Now, Lewis drives home an uppercut. That punch had something on it. Lewis recovering from that shaky 6th round. Lewis has been watching too much wrestling. He and Ali are pretending they're trying out for ballroom dancing. Not sure who wears... Another's wearing the dress. Padilla breaks him up. Halfway home here in the 7th, and Lewis lands a strong hook to the head. Ali didn't like that one bit. A minute 15. They clinch again. Both fighters are really doing a good job staying fresh. Lewis shoves Ali away. Ali yanks the trunks up. Ali forces away inside. He gets an uppercut to the chin of Joe. 53 seconds into going the round. Now 32 seconds. Muhammad Ali comes in low and Lewis puts him in a headlock. Padilla says that's enough of that. Joe Lewis uses his shoulder to force Ali out of the clinch. Tactical fight all the way around. 8 seconds to go. Lewis with a big swing and a miss. And now Lewis takes a hook as he tries to work inside. This round is pretty close. Ali goes into a far corner as the bell rings to end the 7th round. 20-19, the punches in favor of Ali. So I'm assuming, but Lewis has 11-8 on the scoreboard. So we're thinking that Joe will get the 7th round and lead 4 rounds to 3. Epic Dave says, you can never watch too much wrestling. I thought it was there, I'm not sure. Appa. And Buckeye Todd adjusts his fedora and lights up a stogie. And so a look at the cards. Lewis won the 7th round according to us. We're going for full 15. And so about halfway through the fight, it's 67-66 Lewis, at least on our cards. Both fighters have good endurance. Lewis's defenses are starting to weaken, however, and Muhammad has yet to be challenged. Both the chins are strong, although Muhammad's is much stronger. And so they could survive a knockdown. Both fighters carrying their hands high. No injuries. As I said, that they are as clean as a whistle here through 7 rounds. Both fighters trained hard for this fight, and it shows. We go to the 8th. We come to ring center, and Ali misses with the left and then fails to connect with the right as well. Now Lewis with a huge cross to the head. Ali looks out. No blood, no bruises, no swelling. We're in the 8th round. And now Lewis looks to the midsection and then gets a combo into the head. 13 punches for Lewis in the early going. Ali gets a jab to the jaw of Joe Lewis. First minute gone here in the 8th, and somebody's down. Who is it? Ali just landed a short, clean combo, and Lewis is on the canvas. Ali has knocked him down. Here comes the count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Lewis tries to clear his head. The count reaches 6. Lewis finds his legs and stands up while Padilla administers a standing 8.
7, 8.
Lewis is shook, but Padilla's going to let the fight go on. And now Ali with a big break with that knockdown. Ali's going to try to end it right here and now. 1:46 to go in the 3rd. We do have a 3 knockdown rule. Ali misses badly. He changed his mind halfway through the punch, and now missed with an uppercut from way outside. Let's see what Lewis can do. Ali pins Lewis in a corner. Ali throws a cross to the head, then digs a hook in the body. Joe Lewis is out on his feet. Ali's going to try it right now. Last minute. Right hand from Ali. Ali's pouring it on. Lewis goes to his own corner. Ali misses. 43 seconds to go. They go to the center of the ring. Ali lands a perfectly timed cross. That Lewis is on his heels. Lewis on the left corner. Ali, 41 punches in the round. Sneaks home a right cross. 20 seconds to go. Back at center. They clinch. Now Lewis with a brutal cross to the head of Ali. And I'm not answering that. Lewis is holding on to Ali. He's taking a breather, and he survived the round. And with that, it's 18-9 in favor of Ali, and this round will go 10-8. So Ali, 41 punches to 20, and 204 in the fight to 163. And so with that 10-8 round in favor of Ali, you can see it. We have it here at ringside, 76-75 in favor of Ali. So it's certainly not over yet, but Lewis is probably going to have to knock him down to change the mind of some of the judges. That was a big round. Now, let's take a look at conditions. Lewis is carrying his hands low. He's not tired, but there's a definitive advantage now for Ali as we go into the second half of the fight. And the traits, there's not much hitting power, and the endurance is there, although Ali's endurance has been worn down. And so we'll see how much power Lewis has for the second half of the fight. The 9th round gets underway. Lewis got quite a pep talk. Todd says that I think Ali's ego is inflated. I agree. Let's see what Danny Florio fed to Lewis between rounds. Ali either has lucky or radar as Lewis's last punch just missed. And now Ali pummeled Lewis. An assault with a stiff combo. Lewis is out again on his feet. But both fighters are unscathed. Now Lewis with a tremendous right in the belly button. Those punches hurt. First minute gone here in the ninth. And Lewis snapped Ali with a hook to the head. Ali's head snapped right back like a bobblehead doll. 1:51 to go. Lewis is plowing forward. He's focused after that knockdown. Now Ali has Lewis trapped in the near side neutral corner. Ali gets across through the guard, but right now the round seems to belong to Lewis. Lewis, subtle movements. And now Lewis hits him in the Ali with a punishing overhand right to the jaw. 13-13. The punches here in the ninth. Ali looks like he's not sure where he is here in the ninth. 1:09 to go, and a powerful cross by Lewis right on the button of Ali. And this crowd is really getting into it now. Ali staggers. Lewis looks to have his legs back after the knockdown in the eighth. 55 to go. Lewis trying to find the range on the combo, and now Ali with the big old hook. That's got him hurt. Lewis trying to hang on. Ali consecutive hooks to the ribs. This round has been a slobber knocker. 39 seconds to go. 27 seconds to go. This one has been a dandy. 16 to go. Lewis protecting. Not much clinching. Oh! Lewis landed a big hook flush right to the head of Muhammad Ali. 9 to go in the round. Ali nearly touched the canvas, but he didn't. And what a round of boxing. 22-14 in favor of Lewis. Oh my goodness. And so once again, through 9 rounds, I think we're going to find this fight tied. There's no 3 knockdown rule, by the way. So, yep, 10-9. So through 9 rounds, we have it here at ringside at 85-85. What a fight. Right here on Retro Sports Network. Ali and Lewis. We checked the conditions again, and despite the fact that he's carrying his hands low, Lewis had a great 9th round. There's no cuts, no injuries, just 2 fighters who have given you your money's worth this evening on this Boxing Day 2019. We start the 10th. Lewis and Ali's corners are doing a good job, and now they clinch, and Padilla's been busy separating the fighters, gets in there again. Lewis lets go. You would not think we're in the 10th round. These fighters look amazing. Lewis holds Ali again. 40 seconds gone here in the round. Both fighters take a step back. Lewis grabs Ali, and after everything we've seen so far in this fight, both fighters taking a break here in the 10th. Padilla breaks him up. Both fighters are looking for an opening, and Ali comes up short with the cross. 147. Lewis lands a high cross. One of the better punches so far this round. Finally lands something. Halfway home here in the 10th. Ali retreats to a corner by us. And now they're trying to clinch again. They separate. 1:08 to go in the 10th. Lewis is trying to find an angle. Not much going on. Ali trapped in a corner. Lewis is moving his head. Ali can't find a way to get in there. Last minute here of the 10th. Ali cornered again, and there's a its midsection. Again, Lewis is doing enough. 30 seconds to go. A crushing hook by Lewis. 30 seconds to go. This is all Lewis. Since the knockdown, Lewis has been a house of fire. They're both at the center of the ring. Last seconds of the 10th round. Lewis just misses with an uppercut. Ali trapped in his own corner, and that is the round. And again, now, after 10 rounds, you'd have to think, especially with the punch count being 20-0 in favor of Lewis, that Joe Lewis is ahead in this fight. Al Red Sox fan is rooting for Lewis, and I think even he's surprised. Yep, we have it 95-94 Lewis after 10. So 5 scheduled rounds to go. And you would have thought after that knockdown in the 8th, Ali is rope-a-doping. Watch out for the next round or two. I don't know. You really think that at Joe Louis Arena that Ali is going to get some positive judging? We'll find out. We'll give you a look at the traits. Now, look at what Lewis's hitting power is. It was way down after the knockout, but now it's almost full. Ali's not swinging it hard. Both fighters have lower endurance, but it's equal. Lewis's defense and punching is way down. But considering we've done this for 10 rounds, this one has been, well, dare I say it, all that in a bag of chips so far. Ali did not sit between rounds here. He just stood and stared. And it wasn't at the ring grill either. Ali comes out and scores across to the head of Lewis to start the round. Neither fighter just is looking remarkable. Not a mark on him. Lewis, upper left corner. Ali wraps his arms around Lewis. Maybe gives him a Christmas present or two. Padilla separates the fighters again. Ali was staring at Todd's redhead. Absolutely. Florio not only gave Lewis encouragement between rounds, but some solid advice on how to handle it. Let's see what Lewis can do. That was a violent straight right by Ali. Oh, doctor, I felt that one here at ringside. Lewis is hurt again. Ali might be doing a rope-a-dope. Apparently, Lewis feels it's a good strategy to hug Ali and force Padilla to separate him. 2 to go in the 11th round. They're broken up. Ali with a solid cross. Again, we felt that one as Lewis winces. Halfway home here in the 11th, and a tremendous left by Ali. 20 punches in the round to none. Lewis feels his back find the ropes. And now there's a bit of puffiness under Lewis's left eye. It's the first mark on either fighter. Halfway home here in the 11th. Ali brushes the ropes, heads back to center. And now Ali is moving in behind the jab, and that lands. 34 punches here for Ali in the round. Lewis is in a world of trouble. Ali just got him with a sharp combo. I'm not sure how Lewis is standing. Lewis was shaken. 41 punches in a row. Lewis trying to run away. This one could be over soon. Ali lands a pair of short righties just above the waistline. And now Lewis is trying to protect his body, but his chin is wide open. Ali tries to go, and now Lewis finally responds. A wicked right. Last half minute here of the 11th round. Oh, Lewis landed a big flush. It's Lewis that seems to be doing some rope-a-dope stuff. 13 seconds to go here in the 11th. Lewis is pinned in Ali's corner. Ali is off target with a cross. Ali will win the round, but Lewis just shows enough to say this isn't over yet. 49 punches to 12. And if you're looking at a total punch count, 279 for Ali and 226 for Lewis. But through 11 rounds, we had the fight dead even. 104-104. I knew this would be a good one. And so, thoughts as we head into the 12th, gang? What you thinking? You can see there's a little bit of swelling over Lewis's left eye. And he has carried his hands low really since the 8th round. But there's no cuts on any of these fighters. And the forehead and lip and mouth is not hurt. And Todd, with his stogie and his combo of women, has his virtual money on Muhammad Ali. traits through 11 rounds. Both, the endurance is pretty much gone for Lewis, but both can still throw hard punches. Ali's punch of choice in this fight has been a combo. He's landed 75 and 71 jabs. Lewis has worked the jab. He has 73 on the fight. His next most effective punch is the cross with 49. 12th round. And Lewis slides into the corner. Anybody's fight. 4 rounds left. Ali right in the solar plexus. A brutal hook. Lewis trying to breathe. Torrance pumped up Ali between the rounds. Ali wonders if this was anybody else, maybe save Tyson and maybe Rocky Marciano, whether this fight would be over. They both fought well. Lewis misses with that punch. And Ali gets a vicious cross right down the pipe and catches Lewis on the nose. Lewis looking bad. Ali looking really good. Lewis is tiring, and that swelling under his left eye has started to worsen. 2:10 to go. Lewis is trying to avoid. Now the fighters move back to center. 151. Ali is so fluid with his movement. Ali is really focused. Ali does not want this to go 15. Lewis backs in the corner and Muhammad slips a jab into the body. 90 seconds to go. Lewis retreats in the upper left and now he takes a heavy combination downstairs. 21 more punches for Ali in the round and 300 total. Halfway home, Lewis is shaking again. Lewis now has Ali pinned and he only landed some punches on the arms. So chance wasted. Ali sneaks a jab through the gloves, and that one had some pep on it. Last minute here in the 12th. Lewis is losing this round, and he's trying to load up on some punches. Lewis forces his way inside. 30 to go. Ali misses with the right. Ali clamps Joe Lewis's arms to his side, and we've got another clinch and hold. Last seconds of the 12th round. They break. 5 to go. Ali lands the jab, and now the swelling to Lewis's left eye is worsening. And Ali might have a good lead. Lewis did not get credit for landing any punches here in the 12th, and Ali landed 42. And it was Todd who said this might be a rope-a-dope, and right now that seems to be the case. So 114, 113 with 3 rounds left to go here on this Boxing Day special from Retro Sports Network. If you want to see more boxing on the channel, let me know. I like doing fights. Like I said, Al Red Sox fan is the master of boxing. I feel like I'm stepping on. All right, let's take a look at the swelling here. It's not horrible for Lewis, but he's gonna put some stake on that after the fight. Mama said knock you out. LL Cool Todd is having a good old time here. No cuts or bruises outside of the left eye swelling for either fighter. Lewis still has some endurance left, but his defense is kind of like the '86 New York Jets. It's just not there. And Muhammad's numbers are strong all the way through. This is a big round. Lewis, if it wins the third, will have this fight tied with 2 rounds to go. A draw is not out of the realm of possibility. And Shanna Marie exits the ring to wild cheering. And here we go, round 13. And Lewis, the swelling on his face is noticeable even at a distance, although the compresses were right there throughout the entire minute. Lewis backs into his own corner. Solid body work by Ali. Several punches land on the inside. Lewis rolls down. Ali tries to work to the body, but Lewis with a good defense there. Oh, what a shot combo by Lewis and Ali, who's kind of being a bit braggadocious, is rocked back on his heels a bit with that. 30 seconds gone. That was a 6-punch combo. Ali infighting. He finally lands an uppercut inside. And LL Cool J's real name is James Todd Smith. I did not know that. I did not know that. And again, this is the type of stuff you won't find on your Minecraft streams. 2 minutes and 9 to go. Lewis in the far left corner. Lewis has a brick wall around his midsection. Ali trying to land. I can't do it. Kind of like a foggy day at Logan. 1:58 to go. Lewis needs to be focused this round. They're back at center, and now they're clinching again. Your favorite 7th graders are dancing to Open Arms as Journey sang the national anthem. Born and raised in South Detroit. Now Lewis is being cautioned for leaning in on the neck of his opponent. This isn't Twilight, it's middle school dancing, for goodness sakes. So another foul for Lewis. No biting. This isn't Mike Tyson. Halfway home. Here in the 13th. Ali lands a lead cross. Lewis's vision, that swelling is really going on under his left eye. That might be what stops his fight. Lewis retreats in the near corner, and he shoots out. Ali lands a jab and a nice cross. Life is a dance, you learn as you go. That sounds like something you'd find in an Alanis Morissette album. Last minute of the 13th. Lewis is back at center. Ali to follow. Lewis's approach is flat-footed, but he's trying to lean forward and land something. Ali might be able to clinch his fight with a round win here in the 13th. Ali blocked a bunch there and then fires a jab over Lewis and gets it in for the point. Last 30 seconds of the 13th. Lewis is in Ali's corner. Ali lands a straight right off the shoulder of Lewis, enough to keep him off balance. 8 seconds to go. Ali grabs Lewis's head, pulls it down to his chest, and says, "There, it's okay. We'll get you that PlayStation you wanted after all." Padilla lets him go, and that will be the 13th round. And now you kind of come to the point in the fight where Lewis is going to need a knockdown, I think, to win it. Punches 34 for Ali, 6 for Lewis. 355 total for Muhammad, and 232 for Lewis. And now Jim Trunzo and I both think that Joe Lewis will need to win the next 2 rounds to force a draw or a knockout to win it. So this was what Al Red Sox fan was worried about when we talked earlier today. The longer it went, the more it would favor Ali. But to be honest, Ali, they've both fought a great fight. I do think Ali has been the better fighter. 6 minutes of boxing to go. Here we come. And now the swelling in Lewis's eye is just, it's a meatball. Let's see what happens, but Ali is pinned in the corner. Lewis has him pinned. He tried to land a jab, but missed the mark. Ali with a 1-2 to the ribs. 2:40 to go. Lewis's left eye is even more swollen. But we're in the 14th round. It really shouldn't matter. Lewis trying to work this fight close. He has Ali trapped, but can he land anything? No, Lewis is grabbing onto Ali like they're on the Titanic. Padilla separates him again. There's been a lot of clinching late in this fight, but they're both tired. Ali into his own corner. Lewis with a crippling right hand to the head. Ho, 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 there is life, and the Brown Bomber left. Ali's in big trouble now. Ali needs to win this round to clinch the fight. Halfway home in the 14th. Lewis misses with a jab. He goes with the left, and now Ali with a triple jab, and 2 of those scored. Man, they're now exchanging punches again. Lewis clinched, but couldn't do anything. Let's go, Joe, you hear from ringside. And again, Lewis does his best Kristen Johnson impression and leans on the neck of Ali, and that's a 3rd foul on Lewis. That's not good. Last minute here of the 14th. Ali cornered again, and several light blows score to the head. This one's a dandy. Oh, Lewis connects with a violent combination. Lewis heard Al Red Sox fans' encouragement And here we go. 38 seconds to go. Ali is still standing. Ali gets a short hook right in the defense of Lewis. Last half minute. 14 seconds to go. Lewis on the ropes. He backs off. Lewis is really focused. Ali is clinching. And we're going to go to the 15th round. And the commentators ringside say that Ali's done enough, but I'm not sure of that. I'm honestly not sure. 2019, the punch totals from favor of Ali. And we have an 11-6 in the round. And so, you see the scorecard. We have it 133-132. Ali needs to win, according to our estimation, the 15th round. We'll see if the judges will take into consideration the 3 fouls by Lewis or the knockdown in the 8th. Since the knockdown, both fighters have won 3 rounds. The swelling, that's right, Howard Cosell waiting for the after-fight interview. The swelling is quite noticeable on Lewis, but besides that, his hands have been low for half the fight. Ali, you would think that he was just coming out to start the fight. Here's what to watch for. Lewis has much more power, but he doesn't have any defense and he doesn't have a lot of endurance left. But if you expected this to go 15, you got your wish. Punch count 375 for Ali and 251 for Lewis. But it comes down to 3 minutes on a cold night in Detroit. Are you ready? Let's do this. They touch gloves. Here we go. The swelling hasn't changed for Lewis. And Ali takes a tremendous hook to the jaw. Lewis scoring what he needs to. Ali kind of rattled a bit after that. Joe Lewis fires and misses. 30 to go, gone in the round. And now Lewis gives Ali a crushing uppercut. And this place is standing. Ali staggers. 13 punches for Lewis. Rope-a-dope the other way. Lewis misses what looked like with a backhand. That would have been his 4th foul. Ali comes in over the guard with a solid left hook. 1 minute gone. Both fighters are tired. The swelling is pronounced in Lewis's eye. Lewis has Ali trapped in a corner. He goes straight at him and can't land anything. And now he does. A big 3-punch combo. Ali. Could this actually be a draw? Let's go, Joe. Get him, Joe. This one has been all that. Ali's legs are jello. Halfway home in the 15th. Ali tries to move around and finally lands a punishing jab in the face of Lewis. 1 minute to go. 1:06 to go. Ali comes back with a quick jab. Last minute of the fight. 15th round. Another clinch. Padilla separates. 36 to go. Ali in his own corner. Lewis tries to go to the body and can't do anything with it. Oh, Ali dipped and doodled and got him with a hook to the head. And now we have this round tied. 25 seconds to go. What a finish. What a finish. The last seconds, who's going to win? 11 to go. Lewis with a combo, but nothing really landed. The crowd thought they did. 10 to go. Ali scores. Part uppercut, part hook. And time has run out. Ali picks off the hooks. The bell will sound. And let's take a look at the scorecard. If Ali wins the round, whew, Ali survived it, and I think Ali's going to win it. I think it's going to be...
Ladies ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Yeah, we have it 141 in favor of Ali. Lewis, in the first half of the 15th round, I thought he had the fight. I thought he was going to pull this off as a draw. We'll see what the judges have to say. But Ali just had enough in the tank to go the last half of the 15th round. My goodness. What a fight. And now here's Al, Red Sox fan, with a call. Ladies and gentlemen, the scorecards are in, and here's your official decision. Octavio Rodriguez scores the bout 143-141 for Muhammad Ali. Joel Duvenbarger of the United States, he's at 142-142. Rick Saul of Canada scores about 143-141 for Muhammad Ali. Your winner by majority decision in the 15th round is Muhammad Ali. Wow. So that was as close as you could get. 3 judges and 4 points separate the fighters. And so let's take a look at the punches. Thanks, Apple Chatter. Ali landed 50% of his punches, and Lewis 38.1%. The jabs and the combos were the big thing for Ali. And punches landed per round, Ali averaged 27, and Lewis survived it. Lewis missed 29 per round, and Ali did 26. Well, that was fun, gang, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that. That really was fun. I still have the fight up. No, I don't. I see me. Right? Do I see me? I see me. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. And so on Boxing Day, this tradition on Retro Sports Network continues. That was a slobber knocker. Muhammad Ali over Joe Louis in one of the best fights you're ever going to see. Thanks for watching tonight. I greatly appreciate it. We'll talk to you sometime over the weekend with something else. But I'm off tomorrow and Saturday, family picnic or family holiday party coming up. Looking forward to that. Hey, thank you so much for all the kind wishes and Merry Christmas to you. We'll talk to you, I think, on Sunday. But for now, I'm Ron Chuckett for Retro Sports Network. Have yourself a great night.